he is also one of the problems that I have with this game. And that is, the Ink Demon is near. His power is infinite, his evil is complete. Be alert for his approach and hide at first warning. If you stay out in the open, you'll be consumed. So, Bendy, Ink Demon, Big Bendy, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Big Bendy is one of the problems that I actually have with this game. And the fact that he has no set pattern, so he will randomly appear, and he can do it at the most inopportune ass times that he so chooses. And it really sucks and feels terrible whenever you get caught out in a really shitty situation. And this boy is really good at doing it whenever the hell he feels like. Also, fun fact, if you jump in vents, all you do is waste your stamina. So, there's that. Do. But yeah. Big Bendy, Demon Bendy, whatever the hell you want to call him. I just call him Big Bendy, BB, whatever the fuck. I like him. I like his redesign. But he has two of the major flaws. The one being, he literally spawns whenever he feels like it. And the other being, he never appears until he actually just kills you. So it's very odd, to say the least, on how he works. We have a little hiding barrel off to the right there. But yeah, Big Bendy, I like him. I think he's cool. But you never see him until he kills you. Which kind of sucks. Like, he gives you plenty of time to do things and all of that. And yeah, once he sounds like he shit himself, he's gone. But he gives you plenty of time to do things. But at the same time, he sometimes just doesn't. Like, he just kind of appears in the most inopportune ways. But I don't even really care about that. The bigger problem that I have is, with how cool his design is, you don't see him. Ever. Like, in the first one, he was a tangible character that actually would appear and, like, you know, attempt to, like, spook you by being in the area. But in this one, he doesn't. He just isn't there until he is, if that makes sense. Like, that's a bigger problem that I have with him. He's there, but he's not. Like, he's obviously a threat. Like, don't get me wrong on that. But he's not a tangible one. He's basically he's a environmental hazard that just doesn't exist. It feels weird. Like, he obviously exists. Like, obviously. But he just doesn't at the same time. And it's just really strange how he works. Because, I mean, he exists. But he never shows himself. So it's just kind of like a catch-22. I love his design. I love redesigned Bendy. In fact, I like it more than the original. I think it's creepier. But he doesn't show up. Like, ever. Unless he kills you. So that's kind of the problem that I have. Like, I kind of wish they had shown it. Like, there's the whole don't show your monsters kind of thing, whatever, but then they just never show him. So there's, like, not even really a tangible scariness to this. It's literally just him stomping around. He does his little, I don't know, indigestion moment and then leaves. Like, he never shows up. He's not actually here. He's just non-existent. And it feels weird. Like it's almost like, I don't know. I don't really get what the plan was with it. Like, obviously they were wanting to go harder with Bendy, and they succeeded. I think he's cool looking, but they never show him. And like I said, I can get the whole don't show your monsters thing, but that kind of goes out the window whenever the very first time that you see Bendy is whenever he first appears. Like, you know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to say, oh, don't show your monsters, but then you first see him, they show the monster, and then just never show him again. I don't know, maybe it's just me being nitpicky, but I think it would have been a lot cooler to see him, like him be an actual tangible threat, like patrolling something like that, maybe. Like it definitely would have added more for me personally. Because with the way it is now, he just kind of feels like a, oh, gotta dodge him every now and then kind of thing. He's not really a threat, he's more of just a environmental hazard that happens to exist.
When you animate, it's so much more than just it's a way of life.
Meanwhile, this boy is not having a good time.
Each tiny movement is an emotional trigger to the audience. Get it wrong, and you will lose them. You must live the characters and to draw them. You must feel.
And there's the heartbeat noise, so we know that's there.
Act them out around your room. Today, I'm a clock, a dancing timekeeper.
You need to be able to get in there, though.
Tick tock, tick tock. Watch my movements. See my frames of animation.
But yeah, I let you know plenty with Bendy actually appearing, so I mean, if you die, it's not really, like,
For now,
I can't really blame the game because it gives you so much warning and all this other stuff. There has been one occasion where I found it a little cheap that he was able to kill me, but that's about it. In that one time I was playing, or I was trying to escape him, and I hit up on a crane that was just completely floating in the air, like just 20 feet up, whatever. And he literally just teleports to wherever you are if you aren't hiding. Like, it doesn't count if you're just in a spot. You have to literally hide from him. Like, if you aren't in a location that counts as actually hidden, then you're not technically hiding from him, if that makes any sense. But yeah, if you aren't hidden from him, like in a hiding spot like that desk right there, then you aren't technically hidden from him. Like, it doesn't count. So if you are in the open, you are as good as boned whenever the footsteps stop, or whatever you want to call them. So we need to figure out a way to get up to there. I think it's probably somewhere around this way. Not entirely sure. I think I found it a lot easier the first time, but I don't really know where it'd be this time. Because it's like that direction. I know that. But we just need to go find it. Which we just came from the left because we just accessed that Bendy panel. Apparently I missed this. Kind of weird. Maybe it was blending in or something, I don't know. But yeah, needless to say, I do like the game. I'm just kind of pointing out the things that I noticed whenever I was first playing it. Like, it's still a good game. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy what they've done with it. And I enjoy the stuff in it. It's just certain things are kind of odd. Like, you have the means, but you kind of squander it in a way. Like, they were obviously going for something with Demon Bendy, but they just didn't use him. I mean, they used him, obviously, but they didn't, quote-unquote, use him. Which is a shame, because I really like him. I guess I can stop the negativity train on that, but that's just one of the glaring things, like, that I personally didn't like. I still like the game, don't get me wrong. It's just something I noticed. How do we get up to there? Need to get there. There it is. Kind of just smack dab back here. Hitting a little bit. But yeah. I do like him. I like the game. I like the, like, general sneaking and all of that stuff. But there's just things I would have probably done different. And he does give you plenty of time, like I said. You got about 5 to 10 seconds, maybe 7.5 seconds, somewhere in that area. So it's not like you're just completely screwed if Bendy comes along. I have died to him, so don't think I'm just like never dying to him or haven't died to him ever. But like, he is kind of easier to avoid. I think I died to him once, and it was, like I said, I figured I was hidden on the crane area, but apparently that didn't count. And we returned this guy's paintings for him to immediately try and punch us in the face. Goes to show how thankful people are these days. Nobody wants to see my pictures. I've worked so hard on them for so long, and they're all my original work. I'll have to make people look at them. They'll see how talented I am. But wait, what if someone looks at them and takes all my precious ideas? No, they can't do that. They're my original characters. Mine. Do not steal. Do not steal. And I believe I made the joke the first time that I ended up here, but I feel like that's like the devs being self-aware of Bendy. Like, people really like him and probably made a lot of artwork. Alright, so we have Bendy pulling a flower, Bendy going to pick up a flower and running from a bee. So, pulled flower, pick up flower, bee, dropping flower. So that's what we need to do here. Pull flower, pick up flower, bee chasing flower. So we'll go ahead and get on in here and do that. So, pulled flower. Can't really tell if I'd already passed it. Damn you, depth blur. 235, that looks about right. These nuts. The Illusion of Living, which I've actually read is like a separate thing entirely.
World-famous screening room. Consider yourselves lucky, because not everyone gets to see in here. This room is where we watch our in-progress animations.
I do like the little studio tour things that they do too.
Coming along, we can watch a reel 50, maybe 100 times, making pages and pages of notes for the animators to work on the very next day.
I do also appreciate the little detail that they put a hidey hole right next to it in case you wanted to listen to it while you're getting chased.
You'll see a door to the writer's hallway. That's where our writers and concept men and women are working on our next big ideas. Back there is too secret to show off, but you can use your imagination imagination to picture what might be in there.
Neat. Then we'll take this.
When I first entered this world,
Give me the slug. Give it.
a wretched, crawling slum ruled by that grinning.
See, 235.
From chaos I brought order. From order I brought peace. Once you cut the head from the snake,
Come say hello.
leads out quietly onto the ground. Now, the only question that remains is, what if the head grows back?
Well, that's just a swell question. She was the fourth.
Good things always come in threes, they say.
Jane Todd.
Boris. It just works. So I showed my coworkers my design for a new fourth member of the Butcher Gang. You can almost hear the disgust at the lunch table. A ghost girl, they said. No one's gonna get it. They just laughed at my drawings, crumpled them up like trash. But I'll get Mr. Drew on my side. He'll understand. He's got to. Carly will join the Butcher Gang, and she'll be beloved by all. One way or another, I'll bring Carly to life.
So, fourth member of the Butcher Gang. Set, come say hello, so we can go ahead and open the box. A fun fact that I learned after the fact of doing this is optional. So I thought that was kind of cool. But if you look away from the box, she's gone. Huh. And the body's gone. So, what's that all about, you're probably saying? Well, this. I guess I should probably put like a jump scare warning or something, but yeah. Carly, or the ghost girl, yeah, she's a little shit. And she likes appearing at the most inopportune times. And yet again, she's completely optional. But whenever she does appear with her little jump scare shit, which she is making me actually jump because she startles the shit out of me every time, all you literally have to do is walk one way or another, like out of the way. Like, it's not super difficult to do.
Archgate Pictures is open for business. As of 9 o'clock this morning, Bendy and all his little cartoon friends now belong to me. I'll admit it's strange owning a dear friend's legacy.
Actually, this is a point where I had a problem with Bendy spawning at random points.
You just
Because
believe.
if you see how long this hallway is with that crouching part,
Well,
and I didn't discover until later that you can actually cheese Bendy with a crouching part, yeah, you can actually spawn him at the beginning of this hallway and have nowhere to hide. Unless you 100% know the fact that you can crouch, even if it's like a minuscule little piece of geometry, you can crouch and hide from Bendy. Like, he can't find you as long as there's something over your head. Like, literally just something. It doesn't matter what it is. If there's like a twig above your head, he can't find you. Which I can probably demonstrate later, but it really helps with avoiding Bendy. Because that bastard likes appearing at the most random, inopportune times, like I've said, probably 50 times at this point. But it helped me out a lot whenever it came to Bendy being an asshole and just appearing whenever he felt like it. Because sometimes you will literally be put on the spot, and if you don't know that fact, you're screwed. So yeah. There's actually multiple little level transitions and stuff where you have like this teeny tiny little place that you can hide. And it really helps to know that fact. Thankfully, there's a barrel right here. And indigestion, of course. But yeah. It really helps to know that little factoid whenever Bendy does appear, because it can be a real bastard just trying to actually avoid him in certain areas. Because another problem arises in the fact that he can spawn with other enemies, and sometimes you have to deal with a lot of shit at one point.
You looking for the way out?
And it could get really bad.
Are you stuck in there?
And I like Porter. He's a good guy.
And I'm afraid that means, well, you're stuck too.
Can't you move?
Not an inch. Perhaps you
Though how he got his big donk stuck in the pipe, that's a question that has never really been answered. He's got them thick ass cheeks, I guess. He just can't get out. He's got the donk for days. Porter feels like somebody I'd vibe with, but anyways, I guess it's my turn. Geronimo. Thank God we landed on something soft. We landed on Porter.
And who might you be?
Audrey?
Audrey? Audrey. Nope, don't like it. Doesn't suit you.
I do like how his eyeballs kind of give away his expression.
Thanks for your
Like literally just his eyeballs.
gift. Something I've learned.
Even though he doesn't technically have pupils or anything. Like it's just kind of weird, slightly brighter in the center eyes.
You can move.
But you can still kind of get an idea of what his expression would be. And I just kind of have to give kudos to the animators and stuff for that. Like, having somebody express something with just their eyeballs because they don't have eyebrows or a mouth or anything is pretty impressive. And now we have Flow. The dark puddles will move you. Use your power to flow quickly and undetected over a short distance. Flow is also handy for navigating to areas that are hard to reach. So, if anybody's played Dishonored, yeah, we can do that now. That's a thing. We now have the short distance teleport, which I am completely cool with. And fun fact, it is completely silent. So whenever you use it, you actually aren't heard. So if we use it to sneak up on people, we can actually get very close to them before they can even hear us. Like, we can just flat out get right next to them, essentially. And we can't get in there for a second until Porter is all the way through, otherwise we would break some shit, so. Always fun. But we do need something from in here anyways, so we can go ahead and grab that. And I do remember actually which locker it is, but I'm not concerned with actually just going straight to it. I do like Bendy's little, like, I don't know exactly what you'd call it. It's like a gargly kind of take. Like he sounds very, like he's speaking through ink bubbles, essentially. I like that voice effect that the voice actor was going for. He's very good at it. So kudos to that guy too. So our favorite guy, Wally Franks. So get this bit of strangeness. That Thomas Connor guy from the gin, he's taken over the back area in the locker room. Guess I'll have to move my little office of cardboard boxes somewhere else. He gave me the code for the door in case I needed to ever get in and clean up. I wrote the code down and put it in my locker. It's the 8th locker over from the poster with the pretty lady on it. But I tell you, if that guy keeps causing trouble for me, I'm out of here. Wally Franks. So yeah. Wally, gave us all the clue we need. Poster with the pretty lady on it. Then we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 215 is the code. So we can go ahead and put that on in here. 215. Open this bad boy. Head on it. Then we get a schematic, which will actually be one of the more handy things that we get throughout the entirety of this game. We're going to be using it a lot, needless to say. And I assume they give us all these parts just in case, because technically you could soft lock yourself if you don't have the upgrade for this. Which I don't know if you could fully soft lock yourself, like if it's possible, but yeah. If you don't have enough parts, you technically can't get out of this room, as far as I'm aware. But now we have the charged pipe. So what we need to do, with all these batteries we've been collecting, we can actually do this. And the first time I was playing this game, I had no fucking clue what these benches did, so it was a surprise whenever I found out I could charge my pipe. Let's see, when your gent pipe is charged, you can spend its power on opening gent locks around the studio. What's behind them? Only the bravest will seek them out for the rewards. Which, I know where one in particular is that isn't really necessary, so I guess I could go do that. But that'll just unlock that door. And from here, might as well do this, because we want the pipe to be charged again anyways. So, I'm gonna go ahead and charge it. It just helps. Like, having a non-charged pipe is a lot less helpful than having a charged one, just because you never know when you need it. And here, of course, I'm just going to run like a bitch. That's what I do best. But yeah, it's not super hard to get out of there. They don't really do a ton of damage, but they do still hurt. So it's not like we just want them to beat our ass. But we can just get through there. And then, whoop. And now we can use our recharged pipe on this door. And that'll let us get out of here. But first, because we're already close to an area, I actually want to do some stuff. So I'm going to go back and do that. I don't really know where these people are currently. So this might be a stupid idea, but hell, I'm all for stupid ideas. It's what I do best. I want to get this charged before we go back, so. And we can also do this again. You do also have to be mindful because they throw shit like that. So, yeah. Don't just stand on the other side thinking, nah, you can't hit me. Because, well, joke's on you. They can. But yeah, just gonna run away from this lady. Not like it's anything too terrible. But here, in particular, we actually have some stuff that we can do. So, want to go do that. Again, whenever you use flow, you are actually completely silent. So, you can't really be seen whenever you use flow. Because it's not like a... what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a fast movement. It's literally a blink. It looks like you'd just be moving really fast, but you are actually just blinking, like, through. You don't technically glide to the areas that you're flowing to. You will just instantly transport to it. So, like I said, don't think it's like a quick glide. It is literally you are teleporting. And right now we can hear the footsteps, so we kind of just want to do this. Which this is why I wanted to recharge the pipe, so we could get in here. Let's see. Fate is strange. Just when you think you've run out of options, it puts a solution in your lap. Andre stopped by my office to say goodbye on his way out the door. As far as everyone else knows, he's gone home to Rio, but he never made it. Never even made it out of the kitchen. Little Andre slumped over dead right in front of me, barely even made a sound, and here I was worried about running out of meat for today's special. Fate is a strange thing. Just when you think you've run out of options, it puts a solution in your lap. Chef Buck. So, needless to say, the chef special is people, which is a little fucked up. Also, he had nuts in his drawer, so that's kind of funny. I hope they weren't Andres. And we also have this over here, which we can get later, but just remember this, because it will be handy. And also, yeah, you can hear the heartbeat kind of running through. We don't really want to be caught here, because it'll be hard to hide. But yeah, just remember that for later. Actually, I don't even know if we can take it right now. No, we can't. Okay. So yeah, remember it for later. We'll be needing it. But yeah, that'll be a whole fast travel debacle later. And as I've already made my point abundantly clear, I don't really care for the fast travel in this. It's very wonky, like just in design. It's very, I don't want to say not well thought out, because, well, it is still, it works. Like, it's fine. It's just very odd in how it was chosen to work. Like, it's very strange. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, personally, but, oh yeah, I can show you this right here. See how this little board is over my head right now? Yeah, that's enough to hide from him. Which I didn't have anywhere else to hide currently, so guess what? It can save your life. And is very handy. So just remember, as long as you have a sliver of something over your head, it can save you. And nobody's currently in our way, so we'll just do this. Don't ask me why I like jumping for doing that port, I just do. Is it stupid? Yeah, because if I miss, I'm dead, but it's still fun.
Into my dark kingdom. You will find meaning in your pain.
Wonder if I can just... Now that I know it does that, but I was kind of curious what would happen if I did. It's like some secret ending where it's like, congratulations, you escaped. You win. Now fuck off. It would be kind of funny. And might as well charge our pipe before shit hits the fan. Because shit always hits the fan, but hey, I want to charge piped regardless. Yeah, we have people kind of just roaming around, like this guy. And again, you're completely silent whenever you use this, so don't be afraid to use it to get closer to people. It's kind of like your equalizer for having to sneak everywhere. So if you have to sneak somewhere, you can always just teleport to. I don't really know where we need to go. I think it was lost and found, but oh, shit. We can also do that. It's not just a horizontal thing, it's a vertical one. So, we can avoid people by doing stuff like that. Unfortunately, you also need to use another one to get the hell down.
Why don't they answer me?
Well, you can also kind of do like this, but
Knows our purpose. What is it? What is it?
here we can actually see the health get restored too, right here. So yeah, banishment, pretty good. It helps a lot. But we do need to open the lost and found, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And also take this.
Happened to notice last week just how long it takes for us employees to get home every night? When you add in the traffic and the waiting for the elevators, you practically only have a few hours before you have to wake up and come back. So,
Oh, didn't even see you.
Joey says,
Not that it matters, but
well, I'll admit, it's become quite the hangout spot down here. Almost
Here we
like
go.
it's a whole little district.
here's our lost and found anyways.
Unsavory stuff going on too. Smoking, gambling, loud parties, you name it. At all hours of the night sometimes. For a place that's all about getting some shut-eye, there sure is a lot of noise around here.
And yeah, people complaining about all the partying going on while they're at the place where they're supposed to be able to sleep. I can feel that. I live next to trains, so I can really feel that. Yeah, I have to edit out most of them in videos, and believe me, whenever it becomes harvest season, it's a lot. So if you ever notice an extended period of quiet in a video, it's usually like 10 seconds, 15 seconds at max, because I'll just pause a video. But if you ever notice it, yeah, it's probably because I had to edit it to stop trains from coming. Which, like I said, whenever harvest comes around, it's like every 15 to 30 minutes. It's kind of crazy, in all honesty. Look at that cute ass boy. Yeah, I do wish they would show his design more. He is spooky. I like him. But yeah, I pretty much have to edit out trains like all the time. So I do rewatch the entirety of every video. Like, bare minimum, I at least listen to it. And if you've ever heard yourself talk for like 5 to 10 minutes, yeah, you start to hate your own voice a lot. Oh yeah, here's a good example of them being blind again. Well, not that guy, but the lady. Not that it really matters, we can just go up here. We have the crane key though, so we're good on that. I need to go and do the sauna area too, to grab everything from there. But hopefully, Big Bendy is kind of fucked off for a little bit. Otherwise, that might be a problem. Got the two ladies down there. That guy should be able to do this then. I don't really like using float for mobility because I might need it to escape, but it's not really bad to use either. It's just that it could end up being potentially bad. Yeah, we're gonna go into the sauna area. And again, they can't see us whenever we use it, so Might as well take advantage of it. Go ahead and go in here. See what we got. Again, these dream supplies, I don't really know. I never really found much use for them. Like, all they give you is food. Just figured I'd show it real quick. I've never really personally felt a need for them. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't really know what it's for. But we need to go over it that way. You do also kind of have to be careful, because if you're in combat as well, whenever Bendy comes along, you're especially screwed. Because then, you can't hide. Like, it's really bad if you get caught out and Bendy's coming. Because, yeah, you literally can't hide. Like, at all. By our sweat, we cannot be cleaned. We don't live forever. When we're killed or finally pulled apart, our diseased souls return to the ink to be reborn, an unending cycle of torment. But sometimes, something even worse can happen. A soul can slip from the ink completely. It gets caught between worlds, unable to die or return. They wail in the night, drifting in shadow, the phantoms of the machine, the ghosts. Well, joke's on you, because I already get chased by a fucking ghost all the time. And I did it voluntarily, because I'm a sick bastard, but here we are. Oop, yep, there's one. So, we can kind of just let her go by. I don't know where the other one's going to be going. Hopefully not the same path. Just do that and get in here. Go ahead and close that. Don't think there's anybody else. I know there was somebody up here, but
I see. I'm going to rip them apart. Just wait and see.
how close were they? Oh, they're doing the shuffle thing. Yeah, whenever enemies walk into each other's path, they'll like shuffle back and forth. It's really weird. We can actually take advantage of the fact that our cloak is completely silent here, so we can do something like this. In case you were wondering how I found that out, I like testing things immediately. And yeah, it worked out in my favor that time. Because you limit test something, you never know, it might just help. I don't know if these guys are like invincible or just like taking a shitload of health or what, but it can be rather annoying.
He said the ink demon was dead.
Get rid of her. Should be able to sneak past this lady, because she should walk right by us. Then we can get some health back from her too. Well, shit. Take advantage of that fact. You have a teeny bit of time before you're spotted doing that. But there's also the fact that whenever you leave areas, you're not quiet anymore. So it kind of sucks. So yeah. I put the crane keys in the lost and found office. Some dope keeps leaving them out. Muncie done. I realized, because I have them. Go ahead and pull this before this guy gets our way. Yep, here they come. Go ahead and grab this on our way out. Oh yeah, they coming. Oh shit. There's another one. Oop. Oh, I didn't get there in time. Actually, I think the boxes might have hit me too. Yeah, this is where it gets a little janky. You don't spawn with cooldowns, by the way. In case you were wondering on that point. So, if you die, and you happen to be right in front of a point, yeah, guess what happens? They can see you immediately and start hitting you at half health. Also, that crane is a little janky to get on, so this might take a hot minute. But just kind of gotta reset them because they like chasing you all the way. It's an unfortunate part, but happens. Yeah, there's a few janky things with this game. Namely, getting out of cover is actually a loud action. Like, more often than not. As well as just trying to spawn is apparently a loud action. Because whenever you spawn, pretty much everything tries to kill you. Like I said, there is some jankery going on with this game. It's not completely unbeatable, but it definitely hurts to feel. Oh yeah, and if you want a fun little thing here, you can actually die on that crane up there in the middle of, you know, nowhere. It's rather shitty feeling whenever you die there. Oh yeah, and whenever we collect these objects, we can actually look at them. So the rubber duck we got earlier, a rubber duck still dusted with decay of old soap, many happy washings were companioned by this yellow friend. And engine oil. A tin of engine oil usually stored near the garage, many road trips and Sunday drives benefited from this. So, we have little memory jogging objects and stuff. We also got another oil canister here, or not oil canister, ink canister, thick ink canister. So we can go ahead and use that, and we do want cooldown on our ability because it's really nice. So let's see if I can actually hit this crane this time. Nice, I did. I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, the cooldown of our flow went down quite a bit. I think it's like 2 seconds, 2.5, something like that.